and welcome to Morning Minutes. If you're new here, my name is Tatum and this is Tatum Marie Yoga. Today we're going into a goddess flow, but we'll just need a block. You might not even need it today, but I'll just have one handy just in case. Today we're just going to get started in easy pose or sukhasana just for some quick grounding, and then we'll move into our flow. So wherever you are, find a seated position and you can scoot from side to side, moving any flesh out of the way. And then we'll bring our shoulders right up over our hips, drop them down, release the tension in our jaw, and you can bring your hands to the tops of your knees here. We'll take 3 big breaths together. Exhale wherever you're at. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Again, dropping your shoulders and exhale, ha. 2 more. This time send your breath down into your belly, inhaling. Drop your shoulders, exhale, release. Beautiful, last one, biggest, fullest, deepest breath you've taken yet today. Drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, pause. And exhale, release. Sinking down into your surface. Now inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Gaze at your fingertips as you bow, setting an intention for today or your practice or even your week. Maybe allowing a little bit of ease or finding gratitude in the small moments in between. And when you're ready, we'll gently release our hands, flutter our eyes open, and we're coming into a Sirsasana this morning. So just go to where your forward fold is today. You don't have to go to your fullest extent. So let's flex our toes back towards our face and press through our heel here. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, twisting our torso over our left leg and then gently hinging forward, taking your hands on either side. Let's inhale, lift through our chest. Exhale, hinge forward, and you can allow your spine to round as your head gently makes its way towards your leg. Now you can be lifted here, pressing through your palms, or you can allow your arms to rest. It's your choice, whatever you feel like this morning. And let's seal our lips and begin inhaling and exhaling out through our nose. Rooting down through our right side body so we're not dumping into our left. And maybe with every exhale you sit a little bit deeper. Eyes can be open or closed. Allow your chin to slightly tuck under here so you can lengthen down the back of your neck. Then on our next inhale, we'll gently lift back up. This is where your block can come in handy. I like to keep it right next to my left hip here. You can place your fingertips on the floor, cupcake hands, fingertips are just touching, or you can bring your forearm to your block. So let's take an inhale, right fingertips reach towards the sky, and then exhale, they'll come over to that left side, deep side body stretch down the right side. Pressing firmly through your fingertips or your forearm and elbow here. We don't want our left ear crunching into our left shoulder, so let's activate that arm. And option a cactus, open your right arm, opening up your chest and shoulder if that feels okay. Gaze can be down at the floor, out in front of you, or maybe up at the sky. Take a couple rounds of breath. Our left foot is still flexed back. Maybe you can open your chest a little bit more to the sky, pulling this right arm back if it's cactused. If your right arm is bent, let's inhale, send those fingertips over to the left side of the room. Stay here, breathe. And then on our next inhale, we'll all come back through center. Let's kick this right leg out, left leg comes in. My left sole of my foot comes to my right inner thigh. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, let's twist and hinge. over our right leg. Rooting down through our left side and allowing our hands to fall on either side of our leg. Again, you can stay up here, maybe walking your hands up a little bit closer, pressing into the earth, keeping your chest lifted, or you can allow your spine to round, bringing that chin to your chest. Hands can be active, or you can allow your arms to just relax down. Gaze can be at your knee, or eyes can be closed. And let's flex our right toes back towards our face. And then press through this right heel to stretch out our hamstring. Inhaling and exhaling out through your nose, breathing into any tension points here. And maybe with every exhale, you send a little bit deeper into your pose. And grounding down through that left side so you're not dumping into your right. Just a few more rounds of breath. And on your next inhale, we'll gently lift back up, gently walking our hands in. And then this is where a block can come in handy. I'm going to take it to my right hip now. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, either your right fingertips can come to the floor or your right forearm as your left fingertips reach over to the right side of the room. Again, pressing through your fingertips or forearm to lift your right shoulder away from your ear. Breathing down your left side body. Right toes are still flexed back. Option a cactus, open your arm, opening up your chest to the sky. Gaze can lift, stay in front of you, or come down at the floor, whatever feels best. Breathing into any tension points here. And if that arm is cactus open, maybe you draw it back just a bit, lifting that chest towards the sky. Opening it up a little bit more. And then with that bent arm, we'll inhale, send them over to the right side of the room. Breathing down our left side body. And then on our next inhale, we'll come back through center, hands reach up towards the sky, and then they'll exhale, come down by our side. Let's kick our legs out in front of us here, give them a nice little wiggle. And then let's point our toes. I'm going to bring my hands right next to my hips, fingertips facing forward, and allow my spine to round as we slump down here. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, press your palms into the earth, lift your chest, option to drop your head back here. Pressing firmly through your palms and pointing through your toes, stretching out the top sides of your feet. Always allowing your head to relax back if that feels okay on your neck. If not, you can keep it lifted, chin on the horizon, it's your choice. Again, active arms, pressing through all fingers, knuckles and palms. And an inhale, we'll come back through center. Let's shake out our wrists here. Then we'll sweep our legs around from either side, coming into our tabletop just real quick. Shifting our hips from side to side. Coming right into our downward facing dog. So let's walk our hands one palm's length in front of us right now. Tuck your toes, take a deep inhale breath. And then exhale, press through your hands and feet, lifting your knees, sending your hips high to the sky. Go ahead and walk your dog out here, pedaling your feet. You can rock your hips from side to side. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. And we want to just make sure that our hands aren't cupping in our downward facing dog. So you're pressing firmly through all fingers, knuckles, palms. You're not just dumping into your wrists here, trying to evenly distribute the weight through your hands. And your hands can be wherever they feel best. They can be shoulder width distance. You can take them out as wide as your mat. And let's make sure all 10 toes are facing forward. When you gaze back at your feet, you can no longer see your heels here. Soften through your knees. And of course, your heels don't have to be glued to the mat. It actually feels a little bit better when they're lifted here. So find some stillness wherever you are. You'll take a deep inhale. And exhale, H-A-ha. Grounding down. On our next inhale, we'll gently walk our feet to meet our hands at the top of our mat. And you can take your feet out as wide as your mat here into your forward fold. Grabbing opposite elbows, you can take this into a ragdoll, or just leave your hands or fingertips in our cupcake hands on the mat. Rocking from side to side, maybe bringing the weight to the balls of your feet here, allowing your spine to lengthen, crown of your head is reaching towards the floor. Again, soften through your knees. You can even take a deep bend in your knees, bringing your belly to your thighs if that feels good. Gaze directly in between your legs, allowing the backside of your neck to release down. And then on our next inhale, we'll gently lift up just slightly so we can heel toe our feet back through hip width distance, so 2 fists. And then we'll gently roll all the way up to standing, arms reach up overhead. And then exhale, hands come down by our side. Let's take a few shoulder rolls here. You can even take arm circles if that feels better. I think I'm gonna go with arm circles this morning. Big, deep movement. Inhale, lifts them up. Exhale, pulls them back and down. Switch directions. Again, inhale brings you up. Exhale pulls you forward and down. And then we'll all come back through center and we'll rock our head from side to side, right ear to right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. And then forward and back, chin to chest. Gently drop your head back very slowly. And then we'll all gently come back through center, making sure that our feet are hip width distance here. Let's inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, sink low into your chair. Hands come to my thighs, so my fingertips are facing inward here, and my elbows are pointing out. Sink a little bit deeper and take a little bit of weight into your hands. You can see your toes here, weight is in our heels. So we're gonna take a cat-cow in our chair here. So on our inhale, chest will lift, belly pulls out for our cow. And then exhale, rounding our spine, belly button pulls in, and then rounding our shoulders forward, broadening across those shoulder blades. Again, inhale, chest lifts, belly lifts or presses out here. Chin can lift. And then exhale, chin to chest, belly button pulls in. Take a few of these on your own, flowing with your breath. Again, inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Try not to dump all the weight into your hands here. And make sure you're getting that spinal and tailbone movement and not just flopping your head forward and back. Staying low in your chair. We'll all come back through center chair pose. Fingertips reach towards the sky. Hands come through heart center. Let's inhale, standing up, Tadasana. Fingertips reach up. Exhale, hands come to our low back. Inhale, lift through your chest. Exhale, press your hips forward, and you can drop your head back, small back bend here, or you can keep your chin tucked to your chest. It's your choice. Breathe here wherever you are. Pull that low belly and your low ribs in. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening through that lower back. And next inhale will bring us back through center. I'm going to take a quarter turn on my mat. So we're coming into our prasarita. So let's inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, take a big wide stance on your mat. So mine is about 3.5 feet here. You might want to even take it a little bit wider. And then with our toes in prasarita, traditionally they'd be facing in, so pigeon-toed, but that really hurts my ankles. So I like to keep my toes facing forward or even slightly turned out. So it's whatever feels best. If you do have sciatica pain, keep those toes facing forward. All right, from here, let's make sure our block is close. We'll bring it right in front of us. And we'll inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Soften through your knees. Coming forward, and you can bring your hands to your block here. And then we'll gently begin to shift from side to side, waking up our hips. Arms can be extended and long, or your elbows can be bent. It's just whatever you're feeling this morning. So an inhale will bring you through center, and then an exhale will sit you to the left or right. Allowing your head and neck to lengthen down towards the floor. And then when you're shifting from side to side, you still want to make sure that you have a micro bend in your knee, in your straight legs, so you're not hyperextending backwards, because I know it's really easy to do in this pose. And we'll all gently come back through center. Let's heel toe our feet in just slightly, and then turn our toes out towards the corner of our mat. Sink your hips low, and we'll inhale, lift our chest up. Arms reach up towards the sky. And then exhale, let's bend our elbows. Palms are facing up. And then take our shift into our goddess pose. So again, just waking up our hips, feeling a little bit of movement. You can even bring your hands on your thighs. Breathing here, and then lifting our chest, but still sinking low in our hips. Let's come back through center, and we'll just get a little bit of heel play in. So you can gently lift one heel at a time. Maybe we lift 2 heels. Can readjust your stance if you need to. Again, sink low in your hips. Maybe one heel comes up, maybe the other. Woo, working on it. It's okay. If you fall out, just come right back up. Maybe you inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, sink your hips a little bit deeper. You got it. Breathe. Weight is light in my hands. Chest is lifting towards the sky. Belly is pulled in. Gently release your heels towards the ground as we'll inhale, come up, star pose. Exhale, sink low. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink low. Inhale, palms face up. This time, exhale, palms come down. Inhale, they reach up. Exhale, they come down. Beautiful. Inhale, they come up. Exhale, they come down. Inhale, we'll reach up all the way to the sky. And then we'll just gently take my left hand and grab my right wrist and reach those right fingertips over to the left side of the room, keeping a slight bend in your knee. My hips are reaching over to the right side of the room. Chest is lifting up towards the sky. Inhale, come back through center. Switch your grip. So my right hand is grabbing my left wrist. Left palm is facing towards the sky. As we inhale, reach up. Exhale, left fingertips over to the right. Sending our hips over to the left side of the room. Again, still micro bend in my knee, so I'm not hyperextending here. Low belly is pulling in. Let's lift our chest. Lift your chin onto the horizon and breathe. Inhale, come back through center. And we're going to interlace all 10 fingers together here. So palm is going to be facing towards us. We'll inhale, lift our hands up over our head. So it's like we're holding this big beach ball here. Let's lift up tall, and then on our next exhale, we'll sink low into our hips, coming back to our goddess pose. An inhale will reach us through center, and then an exhale will pull us to the left or right as we gently circle down and around. We want a little bit of pressure on our fingertips here, and then we'll gently shift to the opposite side as we inhale, pull ourselves up. So we're coming around in a big circle here. So it's like you're taking this beach ball in a big giant circle, stretching out your side body, then your back body, and then you come across to the other side as you lift yourself up, and then come back down and around. So an exhale will pull you down, and an inhale will lift you up. An exhale, coming down and around again. Sinking low in your hips. One last round here. And then switch directions. Again, sinking low in your hips here, as low as you can go. Taking this into a big, deep circle. Again, still keeping some pressure in between your fingertips here. Exhale pulls you down, and an inhale lifts you up. Feeling a deep stretch down each side of your body. Your chest opens to the sky when you lift up, and then you broaden across your shoulder blades here when you hinge forward. Keeping a bend in your knee. One last round. An inhale will lift us all back through center. Release your hands, give them a little shake. Knees are still bent. Let's inhale, reach up, star pose. Exhale, hands come down by our side. Heel toe your feet back together here. We'll take a quarter turn to the top of our mat. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and just step back into a tabletop position here. Wrists are right underneath my shoulders. Knees are right underneath my hips as I gently shift from side to side. I'll get a little bit of an outer hip stretch. So take your right knee into your center line, and then take this left knee up and over the top to the outside of your left leg. My feet are coming open here. You can have your toes pointed directly back if you'd like. Let's inhale, shift our weight forward, and then exhale, press our hips back. Stretching out this right outer hip. Drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. Pressing firmly through all fingers, knuckles, and palms. And an inhale will come back through center. Switch legs. So this time our left leg comes up and over the top. An inhale will come back through center. And then an exhale will press your hips back towards the end of your mat. Stretching the outer left hip now. Again, pulling your shoulders down away from your ears. And an inhale will bring us back through center, gently uncross your legs. And we'll gently sit back in our Sukhasana, our easy pose here. We'll take a few rounds of breath to finish our practice here today. We're going to skip the savasana, but if you'd like to come into one, you absolutely can after this little bit of breathing. We'll sit up nice and tall, shoulders right up over our hips. Let's bring our chin onto the horizon. Eyes can be opened or closed. And we're going to take a 4-count breath here. So I'll count it out the first couple times. It's an inhale for 4, a pause for 2, an exhale for 4, and then a pause again for 2 at the bottom. So allowing your breath to guide you and knowing there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. So being mindful in those pauses and try not to chase the next breath on your next inhale. Know that it's there and move very slowly with control. So wherever you are, let's exhale here. And we'll begin inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 1, 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 1, 2. And continue with this breath on your own, counting in your head. And you can add seconds or take away seconds if you'd like, but just keep that mind focus on that count and your inhales and exhales. Last round, wherever you are. And when you've taken that final round, let go of your breath, come back to your normal breathing patterns. Gently return to your intention for the day or your practice. We'll take one final breath together. As we inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center as we gently bow down. Thank you guys so much for flowing along with me today. As always, it's an honor to move and flow with you. I'll see you next time. Namaste.